But where is the Iron Door mine?
Well, buddy, there was 5 of them altogether. There was 1 in California, 1 in Arizona, 2 in New Mexico, and 1 in the Wichita Mountains outside of Kansas City. The one up here, when they found it, the door was rusted off. And that was 1880. We probably never really will know for sure. But the mine that I own is the richest mine on the mountain, so I figured that should be it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now so so there's actually you own the site where the Iron Door mine is?
Yes, sir, I believe it to be true, but the door was rusted off in 1880. The Wilsons that was here, his son ended up owning that mine. It was the richest mine on the mountain. His daughter was Edith Stratton, and she married Mr. Kit, and she started the Arizona Pioneer Historical Society. When she married Kit, they built Kit Peak, and she wrote the first story about the mine with the Iron Door. It was in 1881. Guys found down in Caborca, they found records in an old church that showed them how to get there. They went up, found the lost city, and the door was rusted off in 1880 when they got there.
Right. Okay, when was the last time you were up at the Iron Door?
Let's see, 2 years ago in November we went up there. I haven't been up in a while.
So the actual location, you know where the actual location but are you sure it's the Iron Door mine, or could it have been a different?
Well, now, I tell you what, and I wouldn't want to ruin it for these kids and for everybody else. And like I said, we'll never know, because when they found it, the first finders found it, the door was rusted off. The mine that I have was the richest mine on the mountain. Stratton did his memoirs, and he said it was a pick of all the mines on the mountain. There's a 200-foot white quartz outcrop. It's the largest on the mountain. And that's why we figure it was the Iron Door, because it was the richest mine. But we'll never really know, and who knows? Marcus may grow up and go up there and find it.
What do you think? You ready to go up and take a look at it?
Let's do it now.
Well,
So,
okay. Well, anyway, this is foothills of the Catalinas, right?
the very northwest corner of the entire Santa Catalina mountain range.
Right. And historically, why do you think that might be? Because of the Jesuits? Just briefly, can you tell a little bit about the Jesuits and how they worked the Indians here?
Yeah, the one thing was, like I said, this with the irrigation canals and where the water was. In prehistoric times, you couldn't live. There was no Circle K's. There was no way to get food. You had to be able to farm. And in the desert, that's really rare. And the fact that the canals are here and the carvings are 6,000 years old, that's why the Spanish were here. And like I said, the oldest stuff we found, believe it or not, is French. But the Spanish were here. I've talked to John Vidal down at Santa Vera. He come out, agreed. If you see this cornerstone here on the building where the Padres lived at Santa Vera, it looks like it was the same mason. But there's nobody left around anymore to tell any of this history. It's too long ago, and a lot of it we're never going to know.
Right. Okay, terrific. So was this really fun for you, son?
Yep.
But you still want to see the Iron Door mine, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll come back up and maybe take a look at Flint's Iron Door mine, all right?
Yep.
And go from there, okay?
Okay.
Flint, thank you for doing our YouTubes here, and we'll be back.
All right,
Okay.
buddy. Appreciate it.